You are now listening to the Where's the Line podcast with Joseph West and Britt Dillard. Enjoy the show.
Milton gonna take a shot wide open and just strutting in is Keaton. Joe Milton does it again.
Borgie again on a blitz. Levis pocket collapses. He's on the run. He just heaves it up. And it's intercepted by Vanderbilt. And let the celebration begin. The streak is over at 26. The Commodores win it.
Talk about Vanderbilt football. All I gotta say, and you're going to hell. Bye.
Another edition of Where's the Line? It is Wednesday, July 10th. It's episode number 129. My name is Britt Dillard. Joined here by Joseph West. How are you today, brother?
I just took a sip of that Coke. I got the Vanderbilt shirt on. You know I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm sipping on some apple juice.
Two great bevs. That's two great bevs there.
Two beverages filled with sugar.
Very true.
That are not good for you.
I've also had 4 glasses of sweet tea today.
Man, I just don't drink sweet tea anymore.
That's
like I used to.
That's what people who are scared of what it might do to them do, and I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah, I got too big. I had to quit. Drinking it.
Hold on. I got this agua too, though.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Just all right. Good episode.
We're
out of here. Obviously kidding. Since the last 2-week break, honestly, not a lot of sports has happened. Vanderbilt did lose a baseball commit today in the transfer portal. Screw us. Tim Corbin still hates NIL, I think. Anyways, nobody cares. Britt, top jerseys in the SEC. Everybody talks about jerseys. We're not talking about the best, though. Who cares who's got the best?
Who cares?
We're going on. We're haters. We're going on top 5 worst jerseys in the SEC. Britt, give me 5.
Who do you think has the best jersey first?
I feel like it has to be unanimously LSU. I feel like it always is, though.
Yeah.
And like I'm a homer, so I'm putting Vanderbilt second. And honestly, on a good year, like on one of those Derek Mason years, I would have taken Vanderbilt over Tennessee, over LSU, like for that year, not all time, not like just year in and year out. It's LSU.
In my opinion, the simpler the better. So like LSU, Alabama, Tennessee, now Vanderbilt has very simple jerseys. To me, the less is more with jerseys, but all right.
Okay.
Top 5 worst uniforms. Number 5, Kentucky. It's hard for Nike to mess something up. But Kentucky has figured out how to do it. The chrome helmets are not good. The checkerboards are not good. I got Kentucky at 5.
I'll say this. My number 5 is also Kentucky. And that's because blue and white cannot look good. I'm sorry, Gordonsville Tigers, your jerseys suck. I'm sorry, Kentucky, your jerseys suck. Blue and white, I'm not a fan. I don't think it looks very good at all. Kentucky, you have the 5th worst jerseys in the SEC.
That's interesting. Yeah, think.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, think about how goofy Tennessee's jerseys would be if they had the checkerboard on the shoulder pads. It's terrible.
That would look stupid.
It's terrible. Okay, number 4, Mississippi State, Adidas school. That's a L. You can't be an Adidas school.
I love Adidas apparel. I will not hate on Adidas. I'm not with Britt there. But my number 4, South Carolina. I got some hate. I was talking to one of my friends about this list, and I got some hate for having South Carolina jerseys in the top 5. They said South Carolina's got good jerseys. They got good jerseys. I disagree. South Carolina at 4.
Yeah, South Carolina's on my list. They suck.
Okay, good.
They suck. Okay, number 3, I got Texas A&M. Adidas, man. It's bad. It looks bad.
Okay.
Their colors are ugly. The dog is cute, but the jerseys are ugly.
Number 3, I've got Missouri. I'm sorry, Missouri. I love a lot of your fans on Twitter. Y'all are so nice. I love y'all. But y'all's jerseys just don't look good. Black and gold looks good. Black and gold looks good. Whatever the color combo that you like to call whatever you've got, that yellow and black, don't look near
It's like Dijon mustard.
Yeah, don't nobody care.
Your
jerseys
sorry.
don't look good.
No, Missouri's in every sport, their jerseys suck. In baseball, their jerseys are horrendous. I've got Missouri at number 2. That's my number 2. They suck.
Number 2 is a team Britt's already said, but I do have them at number 2, Texas A&M. Texas A&M, their jerseys aren't good at all. I don't like Texas A&M jerseys. I think they're trash. I'm a hater on them. They're really simple, but the colors for me just don't do it. I don't like them at all. I'm out.
I will say they are a little bit better with the Adidas did some like changes, I think this past year, and they do look a lot better, but still not good. Number 1, I've got South Carolina. They suck. Those black South Carolina jerseys are the worst jerseys in football, as far as I'm concerned. They're so bad.
That's probably one of my favorite South Carolina jerseys, actually, which is kind of insane that Britt said that one was the worst.
The all red, the
all red is garbage. So number 1 to me, and this is not up for debate if you ask me, is Mississippi State. I don't really think it's close at all. I think Mississippi State far and away has the worst jerseys in the SEC. They're trash. They're just not good. We did have the same top 5. I'm proud of me and Britt. We just agreed. I also have 2 honorable mentions for 2 very specific reasons. 1, both of these teams' alternate jerseys suck. They're terrible. They're god-awful. Okay? Not god-awful, but they're not good. Arkansas, no. Don't like your jerseys, buddy. And Tennessee are my 2 honorable mentions. Now,
what is Arkansas's alternate jersey that sucks?
Well, I guess I probably shouldn't say they're alternate, but when Arkansas wore the all red like last year with KJ, was it last year? Was KJ Jefferson still there?
When they played in Dallas?
Yes.
Okay, you went silent there for a second.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just said Arkansas, not it when they're in the all red. Here's my problem with Tennessee, with Tennessee's jerseys. I actually was one of the ones who said the smoky gray didn't look terrible. Like, I didn't think it looked that bad. I wasn't a complete hater. Some UT fans hated it. I wasn't a complete hater. I didn't say it was terrible. Yeah. But when Tennessee wears all orange, I'm sorry, looks god-awful.
Dude, I agree. I agree.
Britt agrees. And I'm like, I'm always saying that, like, it is so bad. It is so bad.
I've been that guy. I don't know if I've said it on here, but the orange pants and orange jersey is not a good look.
No, it's not.
Not a good look. I do really like Tennessee's other alternates, except for the smoky grays. Last year were pretty dang ugly. But man, it's list season. You know, there's nothing much to talk about if you're doing that. But we've got another list.
We do. It's list season. List, but
yes.
It's list thieving. Okay.
List season.
Thieving.
And this list, we're doing top 5 sports movies.
Yep.
Top 5 sports movies.
Top 5.
Do you have an honorable mention?
I have several honorable mentions, but I would like to give them at the end. That way there's suspense on what number 1 is.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. I'll start out here. I'll go number 5. First of all, I'd like to say this. I struggled making this list bad. I erased it like 5 times. At first, I thought, This is locked up, easy. And 3 of them were locks. No, actually 4 of them were absolute locks. They were always going to be in there. I didn't know for sure the order, but they were always going to be in there. The 5th spot, though, sucked to fill. For my 5th spot, I went Glory Road. It's a personal favorite. It's an all-time banger. Great movie. The actor, I always forget his name, who plays the coach, though, is absolutely phenomenal in that movie. I really enjoy it. Number 5 for me is Glory Road.
What the crap is Glory Road?
You ain't never seen Glory Road?
No.
Okay.
And I'll preface my list by saying I'm not a movie guy at all.
Okay, just to let you know, it's in 1966, the Texas Miners with Coach Don Haskins. That is what Glory Road is about. Just to let you know.
Miners is a crazy name for a
the
for
Texas
a team.
Miners, baby. Well, it was really Texas Western, but Texas Western. They beat Kentucky in the NCAA tournament. It's a true story. It's legendary. It's a great movie. You got to watch it, Britt.
That's a basketball movie?
It's a basketball movie. It's great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a movie guy. Like, I've never seen Friday Night Lights. I've never seen Remember the Titans. I've never seen these movies. My number 5 is Moneyball. Recent movie, baseball. It's got a good cast. I like Moneyball.
Just have a good cast. Britt, your 4 movies above that better be really freaking good. My number 4 is Moneyball. Moneyball, great movie. Probably the best baseball movie ever made. Absolutely legendary. Great movie. Love Moneyball. 10 out of 10.
It's a good movie because it's not predictable. It doesn't have a happy ending.
Yep.
It just ends and it's like, hey, this whole movie was about this. It never worked.
Yeah. But you also have to think about it, though. Moneyball and the way they looked at the game did change baseball forever, and all sports, maybe. Analytics. That's all we hear about in sports now is analytics. Moneyball, the story that it shows and tells you about, really did change sports forever. Shout out Moneyball.
So that's your number 4. My number 4, Dodgeball. Great movie. Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller. It's a classic.
Britt, I just lost a lot of respect for Britt. With that answer there. A good movie. I don't even know if I'm considering it a sports movie or not.
You don't think dodgeball is a sport?
I don't. Well, no. I think dodgeball can be a sport. I just don't know if I consider dodgeball a sports movie.
I mean, it is though.
I guess. Okay, moving on. Wow, dodgeball above Moneyball is insane. My number 3 is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Another legendary basketball movie. Give me Coach Carter. Absolute banger. Love it. Samuel L. Jackson is a beast. When he locks up the gym and the whole county riots on him, it's legendary. Love that movie, Coach Carter. 10 out of 10.
It's a good one. Number 3, The Sandlot. The Sandlot. You can't tell me watching The Sandlot as a kid you didn't love that movie. You can't tell me you weren't scared of that big old dog. They were showing it
when I was a kid.
In black and white. Sandlot's a great movie.
Agreed. Number 2, shout out the boys. Shout out Nathan Hurd. Honestly, shout out everyone who came over to my house and watched this in high school because it was a lot of people. We're going to blitz all night. And if they gain another yard, I'm taking every last one of you out because I want to make them remember forever the night they played the Titans. Remember the Titans, one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Remember the Titans at 2.
I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh!
I just said that like 5 minutes ago.
I didn't hear you say that. I'm about to kill myself.
I've never seen Remember the Titans.
That's
My
crazy.
number 2, Rudy. Man, I cry every time I watch Rudy. You don't like that one?
No, I don't like that pick either. I'm sorry. Britt's top 5 sports movies so far. I do not think
I told you I don't watch movies, man.
Man, it's not been it. Number 1, This movie, I hate to just say one movie because honestly, the whole series is absolutely phenomenal. Every movie is great here, but this one always gets me going, and I just want to like tell America how much I love them, and I want to go be a boxer, and that's Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is so legendary, bro.
That's what I got.
Is that what you got at 1?
That's what I got. All the Rocky movies. Number 1.
Rocky at 1 is such a stand-up pick. I put Rocky 4 if Britt was going to make me pick a specific movie, but I love all the Rocky movies. They're phenomenal. Every time I watch him just cut Ivan Drago, and he just comes over to the corner, and I always forget that black dude's name, and he's just like, you see, he's not a machine. You cut him. You see, he's not a machine. He's a man. I'm just screaming. I'm screaming him in the living room. I'm waiting to see if Rocky wins. When he kills Apollo and hits him with if he dies, he dies. I'm crying. Amazing movie, Rocky 4.
That's one of the hardest lines in any movie.
Oh, it really is. Just legendary. Some honorable mentions here. Give me Hoosiers first. Great movie. If you haven't watched it, it's a must watch. Hoosiers is great. Friday Night Lights, the movie is great. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. If you love football as much as I do, then you're gonna like the movie. The Fighter is a great movie. If you like boxing movies, which boxing movies there's like so many great ones, but go watch it. It's great. My last one's Like Mike. Like Mike's a great movie.
Oh man, that's such a good movie.
Such a great movie. Like I think those are like the ones I couldn't decide what I wanted 5 to be, and I ended up picking Glory Road.
Like Mike is such a good movie.
Such a great movie, man. Such a great movie.
Man, I haven't thought about that movie in forever. Those are good ones. My honorable mentions, 2 of them I didn't know. I couldn't put them in here. They're not, in my opinion, sports movies. High School Musical, great movie. Sports, Karate Kid, it's a classic. And my last one, Facing the Giants.
I almost put Facing the Giants in my honorable mentions, and I ended up not doing it. But I do think that's a sports movie. I would have counted it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, guys, Britt put Rudy in his top 5 with no Remember the Titans. He's never seen Remember the Titans.
I've never seen it.
But he still should have put it in there just by how legendary it is. Britt, as soon as this podcast ends, I'm hanging up and I'm driving to your house and we're watching Remember the Titans.
Okay, another good football movie, We Are Marshall.
We Are Marshall's great. I however, do contemplate suicide when I watch it. So I really try not to because it's so sad. And knowing it's a true story is so sad. It kills me.
What else? What else is there?
That's crazy.
I was just talking about sports movies. Let's talk about Sketch.
Okay.
It's literally like a national story.
It is. Sketch, my guy. Listen, I'll start out here. I'll start out here on the topic. I'm happy it came out for him because I can only imagine being in his shoes and getting famous and being nervous as heck every day that you wake up. Man, today's going to be the day they find out. Today's going to be the day they find out. Today's going to be the day they find out. So for him, for that burden to be off of his shoulders, man, that's probably a huge positive for him. Now, obviously, with some of the pictures that I've seen, and apparently I haven't even seen it all. Like, apparently there's worse stuff than what I've seen, and that's whatever. I'm not going to look for it. I don't care. But just by the pictures that I've seen, which is basically him just being gay, I mean, for the most part, like, not cross-dressing, but cosplaying or whatever it's called, where you, like, dress up as superheroes and stuff like that. I mean, go ahead.
For those of you listening that don't know, Sketch is like a streamer. He live streams video games and uber famous. I mean, he announced the Texans pick in the draft. He's on every big podcast you could name.
Yep. And
he apparently a few years ago did some gay adult content, like
some
hardcore, like for real.
Was like there
gay porn, pretty much? What, I can't say porn?
No, I just didn't know that. I didn't see any content with him with another person.
Oh, so there's videos.
Contact with him and
I haven't seen them, but there are videos.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. I didn't even know that, so that may have changed my opinion a little bit. Not really, but like my thing is this: is that like one, like obviously I don't agree with that lifestyle. Also, though, like he addressed it. And he was like, man, I had a lot of addictions. I had a lot of scary things going on in my life. Like, you can tell he wasn't proud of it. He was pretty discouraged about it all. I would be pretty shocked if he was gay now. Not in, like, a bad way, but, like, I would just be pretty shocked if he was. It seems like that was, like, you know, he did some messed up stuff because he felt pretty messed up. And like I told one of my coworkers, asked me today actually what I thought about it before I even knew we were going to talk about it on this podcast. And I just said, everybody's got some stuff. Like if I got famous, super famous, I would be scared. I would be scared if something came out cool. And like that doesn't like anything that I did 2 years ago or said on Twitter 2 years ago or said in a PlayStation party 5 years ago, that doesn't really reflect me as a human now. I'm a completely different person. So like, I get it. I try to put myself in Sketch's shoes. I really felt bad for him. It's still super weird. Like, let's not just, I'm not bypassing that. Him dressing up and stuff like that, that's super weird. And I don't agree with it at all. So don't take it as that. But it, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he starts streaming Madden again or starts streaming NCAA football when it comes out, I'm still going to watch. Like, you know, he seems like, and he said God is good. He did say, he was like, thank God for pulling me out of what I was in. He goes, God is so good all the time. All the time, God is good. So, I mean, I can't tell you if he really believes in God or if he's a changed man, but he says he is. I can only take him for his word.
I mean, I can't even imagine a lot of aspects of this, like, luckily, he's had a lot of support from his friends that he's made just from being famous, but
true,
man, it'd be tough.
It'd be so tough. It would be so tough. Like, imagine basically whatever in your life. I want you to think about this for a second. I want you to think about your deepest, darkest secret. That's what I want you to think about right now. That you've never told anybody, or maybe you've told like that one friend and that's it. Imagine if everybody you knew figured about that out tomorrow morning when you woke up. Everyone that you knew that about you tomorrow morning when you woke up. That's devastating.
Everybody in the world knew about it.
Yep.
And you're famous.
Yep.
I don't know. Is it a flaw for? Because I don't have anything against the guy. I don't care. And that's the thing. And never mind, we shouldn't get into that, but I don't care. Whatever, it doesn't affect me. I don't even know this guy. So why would I care? Even if I did know him, it's none of my business. But, like, I don't even know where I was going. Is it a flaw for me to, because, like, I would still want to watch his stuff. Not on OnlyFans, but on, like, YouTube. But is it a flaw for me to, like, still feel weird watching him stream?
No, I don't think so. And like that's the thing. This is where people get messed up in today's society. Is that you can't disagree with anyone without hating them. Like by default, when I tell Britt that I don't agree with this, then I hate him. That's not necessarily true. But also, everybody, like obviously I'm a Christian. Britt's a Christian. We believe that you should follow what Jesus has laid down in the Bible pretty consistently. You should watch your language. You should do all this stuff. So it would be like if like somebody that like me and Britt were watching, like, you know, let's just say, I'm trying to think of like a comparison here. I was going to say like a religious leader, but that wouldn't really be the same thing because he's just a streamer. But like, yeah, I can't hear what you're saying, Britt.
My mic is muted. What if it was me? What if it was me? How would you feel? Would you be like, would you still be able to hang out with me without you? You still would hang out with me.
Yeah.
But would you feel weird?
I would have to. Because what that does is I don't care what anyone says. Anyone can say I don't look at him any differently at all. I look at him no differently. You're lying. you are lying to yourself and to others. Not only to others, but to yourself. You look at them differently. It would be like if your best friend was like came up to me and Britt was like, hey man, your girlfriend, or no, actually, scratch that. This is what it would be like. This is what it would be like right here. It would be like if your girlfriend came to you and was like, hey Britt, when we were juniors and we were fighting one night, and I went over to so-and-so's house and I kissed him. Like, that may not, like, and she's like, hey, I just really, like, before, like, it's Grace, Britt. Let me just make it personal for you. It's Grace. Grace, it's personal now. Grace tells you, she's like, hey, I really just wanted to get that off my chest. I haven't done anything like that since then. I just never wanted to affect our relationship. I'm telling you now because I feel like I need to. We're about to get, and it's kind of different because Britt is about to get married, but, you know, assume that you're not. She's like, I just don't want it to affect our relationship. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. You can look her dead in the eyes and say, honey, you made a mistake. It's okay. Doesn't change your opinion of me any, but you're going to trust her a little less. 100%. It's natural. It's natural. Like, It's just natural human being thought to say, oh, I look at him a little bit differently now. Or, oh, that dude cheated on his wife. I think he's like, and you could love somebody and be like, oh, he did this to his wife, or he cheated on his wife, or she cheated on her husband. You're going to look at them this much differently, unless, and like, it won't always be that way, but for a little bit, while you try to sort it all out through your head, you're going to look at them at least this much differently, if not a little bit more.
Yeah. For me, like, when you're in an environment when you're with all the boys, like, I don't want to have in the back of my mind, hey, this guy might be attracted to me.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like when somebody tells you, like a married couple, they're like, we've been trying to have a kid. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? Y'all been having sex? Is that what you're telling me?
I do not
That's
care.
what you just straight up told me, like, you're just unloading. And, okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, we'll stop.
Whoa!
But like, it's the same thing with like people coming out and saying, okay, I'm attracted to whatever. Okay, if you're a child, skip forward 30 seconds because I'm about to say something that maybe a child shouldn't.
If you're under the age of 16, skip 3 minutes.
Skip forward. But like, I don't want to know what gets you excited.
No.
Like, whatever gets you, like, all horned up, I don't want to know. I don't care. Like, that's nasty to me. I don't care. I don't talk about that.
Horns down.
So, yeah.
Yes, I actually agree with Britt. I don't care about any of that stuff. You should not, and another thing is, too, is that if you think in your head, man, if I talk about this, it might make Britt uncomfortable, then I probably wouldn't say it. Like, there's nothing in my life that I think I can go up to Britt and be like, this might make him uncomfortable. For me and him, our friendship that we have, I'm prepared for Britt to tell me anything. I don't care what it is. I'm prepared. I'm like, Britt might say something out of pocket. Britt might say something insane. I don't know, but I'm ready for it. And I would not personally look at Britt any different unless he was like, man, I'm attracted to you. Then I have to, because, like, bro, what? I mean, I'm not saying I look down on gay people at all, but I'm just saying it would change our friendship. Because right now, if you were like, hey, Britt's like, hey, man, we about to go get on the boat, go ahead, change. I got some swimming trunks, throw them to me. I'll throw my shirt off, throw my shorts down, put on some swimming trunks right in front of Britt, not even worry about it. All right, that's my homie right there. But all of a sudden, if he was like, man, you're looking good, I got to ask some questions. Okay, hey, back up a little.
Yeah, and like guys will make like gay jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Oh,
That's
if you're
fine.
a guy, you know what I'm talking about. But like, and this even happened to me. Like we joke about that all the time. But then, like, if I'm with a gay person, no, I ain't joking about it. It's kind of like It's kind of like how black people, if they do not mess around with like gay jokes, like if you make a gay joke towards a black guy, he's like, no. You know what I mean? Am I crazy?
I mean, I only have like a couple. I don't want to just throw them under the bus or anything, but I only have like a couple black friends, and I feel like if I made a gay joke to them, they would laugh. I don't know, maybe they wouldn't. But then again, okay, this is something else too, though, about society in general, not even about the sketch situation. Society has gotten so soft, you can't even joke anymore. You can't even be like, man, that's gay. You can't even say that no more without people being like killing you. And I'm not even saying that you should say that. I think there are reasons that you shouldn't. But especially like if you hold any type of like importance in like as far as like you're like a political leader or like you're a head coach of a basketball team or like any kind of sports personality, like a lot of people have their eyes on you. You shouldn't be saying anything that's semi-controversial because there's too many issues that come along with it. But if you're just some random dude walking down the street, why do I care what you say? Like, I mean, you shouldn't just be dropping hate speech because you should be like, you know, loving people like Jesus calls us to do. But like, at the same time, you can, like, a comedian cannot get up on stage and make a joke, which is insane, without people being like, oh my God, he's homophobic. He's homophobic. Oh my God, he's racist. No, he's not. He's a comedian. It's his job to be funny. And people, gay people are in the audience laughing, and black people are in the audience laughing, and crackers are in the audience laughing. They're all laughing because it's funny. Shut up.
It's a white woman is the root of
and
this
then
evil.
And then just while we're here, while I'm going on a rant about stuff that's terrible, our two options for president are an old guy or an old 100-year-old man who is senile and knows nothing, or another 100-year-old man who thinks he knows everything. That's the two options you have for president. Good luck, America.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say.
I was gonna say something I don't remember though.
Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't shut up. I was too busy ranting. I apologize.
Biden's not gonna be on the ballot.
Yes,
you know why?
I'm team. He's gonna be on the ballot.
I'm team Biden. Okay.
I'm also team Biden.
The reason he's not gonna be on the ballot is because even the liberals have stopped trying to make him smart. They're just like, okay, yeah, this guy might be a little too old to do this.
He has to step down, and I don't think he's going to. I genuinely don't.
He can't win.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised.
But I was listening
to people. I will say this really quick, Britt, and you hold on to that thought right now. Really quickly, people will vote for Biden, but simply because of how much they hate Trump. And I'm not a Trump guy, but if you vote for Joe Biden, it's inexcusable. He cannot form more than one sentence, and if it's one sentence, he's lucky. The man, I feel bad for Joe Biden. He is going downhill fast, and it is sad to see them get him up there and make himself look terrible when at least at one time he could put together some sentences. I'm not saying I even ever agreed with what he said, but at least he used to be able to talk and at least look presentable. They're putting him up there, making him look bad because they just need somebody to try to beat Trump. It's pitiful, it's sad, and I feel really bad for the guy. And honestly, you should be praying for Joe Biden because he needs them. He's getting put up there and just drug, basically.
Enjoy the last few years of your life, man.
Yeah,
he's been in politics for like 40 years.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. We cannot even get a presidential candidate under the age of 70. We can't even buy one. We can't even get one. It's so sad. And when we do get one who's like 40, they're like, this guy's too young. People are like, he don't know what he's doing. Well, let me tell you something. No respect to you, or no disrespect to you. Respect to you for sure. No disrespect to you, though, if you're over the age of like 70. And I don't think anybody over the age of 70 is going to listen to me and Britt Dillard anyways. So it don't matter.
Any reasonable person that is almost 80 years old, like Joe Biden is, would tell you that they don't need to be president.
Listen, they don't know how the world works anymore. That's no disrespect. Like, when I told my granny how much money I made, she was like, oh, Joseph, you make such good money. I bet you've got a lot of money saved up. I do have a good amount of money saved up, but it's because I'm stingy. It's because I'm a tightwad. That's why I have money saved. Okay, that's the only reason. It's not because I make buku-doodles of money.
Yeah.
We're living in an economy where I got to pay $65 just to fill up my 4Runner. I'm so pissed. That's crazy.
But I was listening to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And he did like his own debate or whatever, which is, I don't want to say that's embarrassing because it does suck that he wasn't like invited or whatever. But I mean, he's kind of in a tough spot.
They kept him off the ballot so he couldn't be on the debate. Stupid.
Gotcha. But he basically said, if you want more of the same, you know what you're getting with those two guys.
Thanks.
So if you're happy with the way things are right now, vote for one of them.
That's facts. RFK, low-key a legend. And he talks, and I can understand what he's saying, and he doesn't think he's unstoppable like Trump does.
Yeah, and his voice, like, he cannot talk over people. Like, he has to form words. Like, he has to actually debate somebody. Like, he can't just be like, just yell over them, say you're the worst. I'm the best, you're the worst.
It's stupid. So stupid.
But that's crazy. Let's do that.
My first that's crazy, I've got one, because we were talking about it at work today. What's crazy is when you go into an establishment and you think you know how to do the job better than the person that is helping you. That is crazy. Stop doing that. Stop even suggesting to people what they should do. It's rude. You shouldn't do it. That's crazy. Stop being rude to people who work for the public, okay? Shut up. You're crazy.
And they're like, well, why can't we just do this? I'm like, we're not allowed to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't do it that way. That's the reason. If I could do it that way, I would. Stop.
Yeah. My first one, people, let me preface this. I've been using the McDonald's app. I'm not proud of it. I've only used it like 3 times. And also you can pay for McDonald's with Venmo, which is absolutely insane. That's not what I was going to say, but that is crazy.
That is crazy. I need a slight break. We need to take a bathroom break really quick in this podcast. We'll cut it and we'll bring it back to when you start talking. Okay, I gotta pee.
Okay, we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
We gotta take a piss. Okay, bye. And we're back. Joseph, how's your pee?
Woo! It was good. I was dying. I'm sorry, gentlemen. That wasn't very professional.
Okay,
Chad Withrow would have never let that happen on the radio.
No, he wouldn't. The McDonald's app. First of all, there's great deals on there. That's not the point. If you're going through the fast food line and you get your food and you look in the bag before you start moving the vehicle, that's crazy. That's just part of fast food. It's a risk. You're dealing with teenagers. The teenagers put the food in the bag and give you the bag. That's just part of it. You ain't going to sit there and look through the bag. You get what you get, and you just move on.
I agree. I actually agree. You shouldn't be looking in the bag right there at the window. Also,
that's disrespectful.
It is. Also, when you're at fast food, if you're one of those people who you pull up and you're like, hey, I need this, this, and this, and this, and this. And then you pull up to the window and you're a jerk to people at fast food restaurant, you're so weird. Like, you're so weird. That's crazy. Just to be a jerk to people at fast food restaurant. I worked at Wendy's for like 2 years, and there was nothing that made me more mad than people was like, I need 18 number 7 large combos, big fatties ordering that many freaking combos. And they would pull up to the window, and they wouldn't all be done in the 10 seconds it took them to pull to the window. They'd be like, I thought this was fast food. I ain't it done. You ordered 37 spicy chickens, fatty. That's why it ain't done.
No disrespect to you, Joseph, or to Mason Ward.
Or Harrison Davis, shout out.
Or Harris. The Wendy's in Gordonsville is the slowest fast food establishment ever.
That's because we left. That's true. Shout out when it was good. It was the crew. It was me. It was Mason Ward. It was Harrison Davis. It was Corey Hutcherson. It was Brady Barkley. It was some dogs up in there. Okay, we had some
running that thing like the Navy.
We had that thing up in there like the Chair Force. Shout out Corey Hutch.
The chair force.
Yeah, because they don't do nothing. They just sit in a chair all day.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're next. Are you next or me?
Yes, I'm next. I'll tell you what's crazy, and that is being addicted to nicotine. That is crazy. If you're still addicted to nicotine in 2024, you're pathetic.
That is, yeah, you are pathetic. We're pathetic.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Okay, I'm talking to the women here.
Okay.
First of all, if you're a woman
Why
and you're
you
listening to this,
podcast?
you're crazy.
If you've made it this far into this podcast, then you're a legend of a woman, honestly. You've persevered.
Posting monthly Instagram updates. It's a slideshow and you're like, June is so annoying.
It's insane.
It's so
insane.
annoying.
Also, let me say this is crazy. Posting thirst traps while you have a boyfriend is insane. That
disrespect.
is crazy. That is disrespectful to your mans. If I'm just saying, if it was my woman's a beautiful, great woman. She would not do this. But if she happened to get out of pocket and post a thirst trap, I would be like, why? Whose attention are you trying to get? Like, that's my question. Whose attention are you trying to get? You have me. If you want to show off to your friends and be like, girls, look how great I was looking, that's fine. Send it to the group chat. Send it to the group chat. They'll hype you up. You just need a little confidence booster. Send that pic. Guys, look at me at the beach. They'll hype you up in the group chat, girl. You ain't got to post that thing on Instagram. Why? So freaking.
Bunch of perverts can like it.
Yeah. So Justin down the road can hit you up in your DMs saying, baby, you look good in the Siesta Keys, baby. You look good. What's your boyfriend doing? Oh, he ain't with you? Like, shut up. No.
Yeah, and then one night when she's mad at you, she may think about that.
Yup. No, hey, that, if you're a man and you let that slide, you need to do some thinking about if you want to be miserable the rest of your life. You need to do some thinking. Because you will be, my brother.
And people can change, and this is going to offend somebody, but any high-value woman wouldn't post anything like that anyways.
That is true.
Even if you were fine with it.
That is true. And, like, it's different. It's different if they're single and they went through a little phase where they the woman posted her body a little bit, maybe more than she should have. I'm not one to say she can't make a mistake. That's fine. Whatever. In the past is the past. Whatever. But as far as you're in a relationship, especially there's girls doing it. I got on Instagram the other day. I was like, is she not still dating the same guy? She been dating him like 2 years, and she out here posting thirst traps live on Insta. I was like, unfollow. I don't even want to see that. It made me angry. I almost had to DM her. Be like, don't you have a man's? I had to unfollow.
No, if you're single, Instagram is like LinkedIn for single women.
Pretty much.
I mean, if you're single, do whatever you want to a certain extent. But
I agree.
That is crazy. But yeah, get ready. Next month, here in about 20 days, you're going to see a lot of posts that say, or no, not in 30 days. At the end of August, you're going to see a whole lot of women posting slideshows, and the caption is going to be, August slipped away into a moment in time. Mark it down, over under 10 on my timeline.
Is that a Taylor Swift lyric?
Yes. You will see it.
Somebody probably will say something stupid like that.
Yep.
Also, let me say this. Me and Britt will record again on the 24th. And then we will record again on the 7th. And then from the 21st on, we're back every week. We're back to every week, baby. Football will be in full force. You'll be getting a WTL once weekly again. Maybe even try to go back to that twice a week schedule. Me and Britt's schedule are vastly different right now. So we'll really have to try to work something out. But I would love to go back to twice a week, especially during football season. It's a lot of fun. Fall practice starts in 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks fall practice starts. Man, football, holy crap. Britt, how long does it feel like for you? I feel like it's been years since I've watched a football game.
Well, my basketball and baseball teams being really good has really propelled me up to now. So it really hasn't felt. I've got my fill for sure. I wanted to mention this to you, and then I do have more that's crazy to get to.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to throw shade at you at all. But I was thinking about a comment that you made a few months ago about I had made a comment that Tennessee had one of, if not the healthiest athletic departments in the country. And then your rebuttal was that Vanderbilt had the healthiest athletic department in the country.
By healthiest, do we mean best?
I don't know. I don't know if we said best. I don't know if we said healthiest. I don't know what we said. But then I see on Twitter, I don't know if this is true or not. This is on Barstool Vandy. You know, the Barstool accounts. Some are good, some are bad. It said it was the second worst athletic season ever of any school. Is that true?
Let me say this. A lot of Vanderbilt fans that are much older than me said that it was the worst year in Vanderbilt athletics history. Now that's just kind of fan opinion. I don't know about there's no way that we did worse than some schools just because there's no way we're second worst in the country because some baseball teams didn't make the postseason, some basketball teams didn't make the postseason, and some football teams didn't make the postseason. I guarantee you there were some schools that all three did not make the postseason. We at least made the postseason in baseball. Now, we didn't in football or basketball, but we made it in 1 out of the 3. Guarantee you there were some schools that went 0 for 3. I haven't looked it up. That's just me guessing. But yeah, I
don't know what that number even. I don't know how that is even quantified. But
right.
Let's go.
This right here is Shadow. Shadow, just try to get up here with me. So I just figured I'd let her join the pod. This is our producer.
It's that kitty cat.
That's right.
Okay, that's crazy. This is my last one. Questions at the gas pump. Man. I'm trying to get gas. I put my card in. I put the card in. And it's like, are you a rewards member? No. Maybe I should be, but no. And then it's like, okay, put your zip code in to prevent fraud. I'm like, okay, here's my zip code. Put it in. And then it says, would you like a receipt? And I'm like, I haven't paid for anything yet. So how am I going to get a receipt right now if I haven't even bought any gas? And then sometimes it'll be like, do you want a car wash? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And then it's like, okay, now pick what kind of gas you want.
Yeah. Now do you want regular
and
Supreme?
Putting anything in your vehicle other than 87 unleaded it's insane.
Okay. I used to put premium in my Bronco every few fill-ups. Just to make sure, just to keep that engine running good. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid for doing that.
I don't know. I'm not calling you stupid, but
I was told to put premium in my 4Runner, but I don't do it.
Heck no.
Because
you could pour olive oil in that 4Runner and it would run.
That's what we like to hear right there. That is what we like to hear right there.
Yeah.
I
coming from a man who blew up an engine in a 4Runner.
I think right now I have a belt slipping on my 4Runner. I heard some squeaking going on actually on my way home. So I'm going to have to get that looked into. I don't know exactly what's going on there.
They're cheap.
Okay.
This should be pretty cheap.
Got it.
If it's like a Serpentine belt, it should be less than $100.
Oh, let's go.
I don't know that for sure.
Oh my gosh, you're just telling me stuff. I'm just getting
I would think that's pretty cheap.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've got everything off my heart for these 2 weeks. Me and Shadow, we're.
Oh, I've got another one.
Okay.
It is 2024. Snapchat. I don't need to know if somebody's typing. Why do I need to know if somebody's typing in 2024? Because I'm in a group chat and I beg these guys. I beg them to move to iMessage. I beg them. No. So now, not only is my phone getting blown up from 30 text messages, but it's doubled because I have to see when everybody's typing.
Yep.
It sucks.
Yeah, I'm currently in a Snapchat group chat that got made today for the college football game. There's 18 of us in there. So my phone was blowing up consistently today. It can be kind of annoying, but I loved it just because I'm ready for college football. Any other group chat, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, 5 more days till EA college football's out.
We get it on the 15th?
If you pre-order it, yeah.
I got the
You get it on the
MVP
15th.
edition.
You get it on the 15th at I think 3 Central.
That is when is that? Hold on. Is
It's
that Monday?
Yeah, I'm off work.
Oh my gosh, I'm not off till Friday. That pisses me off.
I am off after I work tomorrow. I'm off 11 days in a row.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. But I think I worked 10 in a row leading up to that.
Oh,
4th
that
of July sucks, man.
4th of July does suck.
I had said that fireworks are overrated. I was the guy that was like, if you've seen fireworks one time, then you've seen them. But on the 5th of July, I was out there on the lake, and I was just sitting there praising God. I was just sitting there looking at him like, just with my mouth open, just soaking it in. It's like, this is freaking awesome.
It is just awesome sometimes. I love good firework. I'm not going to lie. I didn't watch any this year, but I normally always do. But
You didn't take your lady to watch any fireworks?
I did not. We just stayed at her house.
Oh, that's okay.
That's on me right there.
But that's all I got.
That's all I've got. You know what? You know who it's been. You know what it's been. You know, hopefully you know where it's been. Anchor down.
Goodbye. Go Vols.
Shadow meowing on him.
Rest in
Shadow
peace,
talking
good.
on him in that mic.